Yeah, yeah, tell me, Rakesh. No, that is a Trello is there, right? Uh, there is a Trello, this one we are using this one. So everybody has to be submit the assignment in this one. Okay, randomly, uh, what and all work they have done, so they have to give the assignments here. So that is also, yeah, I think Puneet will tell. Okay, no worries. So, who are all what happens? No, uh, there is a group is there, so there is a one assignment is given. Okay, so that assignment is going to be tracked by every week. So that is handled by Puneet. So you will get to know. He will tell. Okay, and why the JavaScript assignment is important in the sense. So your coding will become a what you can say strong. So then you can learn any language easily and React also easily. Okay, so now I will tell you one more time the study plan. So that is for I will open a sticky note. So you know about like a HTML, CSS, JavaScript. So preparation for the uh, uh, technical thing and programmatically. So daily 15 topics in the morning, 15 topics in the morning. So you have to do it. Okay, so that is for the preparation for the interview. Once you came to an office, so you are completing a 10 to 11 session. After that, and a 11 to 12 recap of the today's class. So now you are in the where React.js. Okay, you are in the phase of React.js. So morning React.js it will start 10 to 11 and 11 to 12 is a recap of the today class. Then uh, 12 to 1 12 to 1 again practicing. After second half, what you have to do, you have to go for the JS assignments. So these JS assignments are daily too, that is given by the Puneet. So why we are giving the assignments in the sense your JavaScript fundamental will be very strong. So daily two in the sense for a 10 days there is a 20 assignments. Then you will get to know okay so aram se you are going to be like what you can say uh, practice and you will be more confident on JavaScript. So Puneet, you are going to be give assignment right today. Okay, well he might be he's traveling. Uh, Puneet is going to be given. So fine. So this is you have to do. Again, morning every morning, 10 to 15 topics. Because what happens, no, you feel like that. Okay, I am preparing, but when it comes to the well, working, then or interview, so you will feel like that. Okay, oh, I am forgot or I am not able to answer. This one will happens. Okay, so now the last yesterday we have discussed about these many topics. Okay, I'm going to be share the content. No worries. So just you go through the recorded video and try to practice it. The next topic is a list and the keys. Okay, already it is here. So why we need a list? Okay, the list and keys. Can anyone tell the why we need a keys in the list? So I have a something called a I will just show you. Zomoto is there, or Zomoto is there. So Zomoto, how the data is storing? So it is displaying in the form of a list only. If you just see here, so this is called a one list. If you just go for a any something order online, if you see here, this is called a one list. And I'm speaking about the keys. A list and key. Why we need a list and keys? And even why we need a keys in the list? So this is just a generic or a, like what we can say, common sense type of a question. Why we need a list and why we need a keys? Yes, because uh, we are going to be display the every list item, but if you don't have a keys means what happens? So we will miss. So here is vada is there. Another one is the one more vada might come, or like this is also vada only, and something rave vada or something whatever the thing, idli, uh, like a small idlis, 30 idlis like that. So in that cases you have to uh, differentiate between the id. So if you want to click means, so it is going to be, see here, you might see that this is the id. So it, based on that, yeah. Oh, sorry, I thought I shared. Okay, fine. See, this is the Zomato is there. So Zomato is going to be display the um, food list items. So here it is going to be share the list item. So this is the list, and this is the your first order. So this is the list. Uh, okay, so those are and everything. So this is storing in the form of a list only. Okay, so if I just click here, so again I spoken about the ID. So every list item with the ID, it is going to be displayed like this. If you see here, this is the ID, it is showing here. So this is a 3514. This is a one unique ID they have given. Based on that category, so it is going to be give the, these are all the different variety of a food. Again, this is a list only. So if you want to edit this one, so we are going to be pass the, like if you want to see the, so again there is a some unique id is given. This is also one unique id. So that's why we need, if you want to edit something, so we need a id attribute. So that is a we are going to be use it for the edit purpose. Okay, so that is clear. So that is for the edit. Now okay, so here what happens, if you want to see the this one card, again you are going to be see the list. So same thing we are going to be discussed with the React.js list. Okay, so here I want to go here. What is the list and keys in the React.js? Rendering a list element is a common, and using the keys is crucial for efficient list rendering and updates. See here, update means if you want to update any element in the list, you should need a key. So here is an example with the list and keys in the React.js. Okay, what is the render? Anyone? What is the rendering? I already told in the last class. Uh, yeah, somewhat correct, but render means what? To display, that's it. So it's like to display element. So let's say I am showing here in the app.js, I am rendering here this component from where it is hello world is here. So this hello word is rendering inside a app.js. Render means to display here. Okay, so now I want to create a one component called a list item dot jsx. So a React functional component export. If I just click means it is giving a shortcut. Either you have to type a import React from React function list item and everything. So h2 the list items control s. So I need to run this one. So for that npm start. So it is going to start at the script. So how the execution happens? Once I type a npm start, it is going for the package.json and it is going for this command. Then it will start the React.js React script start. So then it is going for the where node modules and it will start for the React.js script and it will start the project. So this will be printed. But what is my the list component is this one. Here it is. This one is not displaying here the list item. Why? Can anyone tell? See, yes, exactly. So this one I will render here. How to render? So there are two ways. First, you can type a list. So automatically it will show. If not, so you need to import it. So for that, first we'll see the list item. Okay, so it is fine. Control S. I will import first. How to import? So import means to take. Import, sorry, list item from component folder list item. Okay. So here plus then list item, save it. So here what happens? The list item, this list item component is rendering here. Okay. So now if I just go to the see here, list items are rendering here. So if you want to comment it, I will just select on control forward slash, it is commenting. So only the component rendering is a list item. See here in the warnings means you can ignore. If it is error means you have to fix it. So list item, so it is going to be a render here, the list item. Okay. Now what I have to do? Okay, I want to take a list. So constant uh, what is this one? Food item equals to bracket idli vada dosa. So if you want to see like how it is to be displayed, just you can know about how to do console dot food items control s. If you just go to the browser control shift I, so it is going to be show the your list item here. Okay, so now what we are going to do? So we are going to be display the like here it's the fruits is there. So I want to the food item is there. Okay, so now I will just going here. I will take the UL. UL means unordered list. So we know this one. Open close brace. The food items dot map bracket. Inside a bracket there is a one more bracket. So open close floor bracket. Okay. So this is called a arrow functions we already seen. So there is a map function and here it is a arrow function inside. Okay. So there is a slight mistake. So this is a round bracket. Okay, so I need to pass the I arrays food item comma index then li. So inside a li food item. See here idli vada dosa. It is displaying here. Let's close this one. If I run it, if I just go to the browser, see here it is throwing an like a red mark warning. Each child is in a list should be have a unique key prop. Okay, check the render method list item for a li list item like that. Okay, so he what is telling that. So this warning it will goes if you just pass the key as an index. So how to pass it? Key as an index. Control S. If I just go to the browser, reload it. See that error is not coming. So this is error. Okay, so this is the list item. Okay, so this is a idli vada dosa. It is there, so it is going to be printed like this. Okay, so now why we need a cancel? So if you want to edit this one, so we are passing with the what you can say ID along with the idli. So there might be another idli here. So I will take a see here also idli is there. Here also idli is there. Why we need a key? So if you want to edit, so you are going to be called here. So here might be like idli. Here it is a 30 idli. So it is going to be store the value like this. So whenever if you want to display this one, so you are going to be display along with the index. So we will understand the code first. Okay, let's remove it. So can anyone tell what is the food items? What it is? Yes. What type of array? Anyone? Suman, what type of array it is? Dhaneshwari, what type of array it is? So this is the array. Yes, someone told no. Type of what type it is? It is a string, right? If it is enclosed with a double quote, that is a string. Yes, exactly. Yeah. So if it is containing a JSON, so that is a JSON array. Okay, this is the food items. So food items dot map. So food items is what and food item is what? Is it the same or difference? Anyone? This food items and food item is both are same or different? Yes, exactly. Its food items is a this array. Map is what? It is going to be iterate. If you have a duplicate value also, it will be treated as a one with an index. Okay. So map what happens? It is going to be looped through the along with the keys. So your food items should be repeated, but the index cannot be repeated. Okay, food items dot map and food item. So whatever the food items array items are there, no, so that is dumped to the food item. Okay, I will just explain with some pictorial representation. Okay, so here I have a array. So this is my array. So this array, what I am going to do? So this is the food item. This is the food item array. So I am taking here. I am dumping all the food items into here. Food items dot map food item means, so all the this array items are there, no? So these array items are dumped to food item. Then index. So index is a normal integer value. So first it will come here food item. The first is the idli is printed. Then it is going for the next food item, vada and dosa, 30 idli. So like that it is going to be looped through this food item. Okay, so this is called a food items dot map food item index. So li key equals to index food item. Okay, so this is a how to looping through an array. Why we need a key? You got it. So if you want to edit or some update a element, you should need a key. So how it is going to be helpful key? So it is one minute. Localhost 3000. So how it is helping in the sense? So if I want to edit a Vada, so it is going to be click in Vada. It is passing with an ID attribute. Okay, so that is the what we can say to update the list element we are using. So what is list and keys means? The list means, so this is the list. Okay, sorry, this is the list, and here it is inside each list item the key is there. Okay, so this is called a list and keys. The next is the forms and the controlled forms. We already discussed it anyhow, so we are going to be discussing one more time. What is the forms and what is the control forms? Which is the best? So control forms is a best option. We will show. Here is a simple example for component to the just username and password field using a control component in the React.js. Okay, and here is an example both the component with the control component and username password in the React. So this is with the control component and this is with the uncontrolled component. So first what I will do, login form without a what we can say normal, and this is the control form. So just I will go here, login with the without a controlled form dot jsx. So login without a controlled form JSX. React functional component export. Okay, so this is we know this one. Then H2. What is this one? Or else normal form. Okay, save it. Uh, First we will design a UI. So we are going to be take a div and a form. So here div and or else you can just take a form as well, h2 login form. Is it displaying in the browser? No. So if you want to display that one, how to do? You just go here, just type a, see, login without a control. Automatically it is like that. It is in the component folder. If I just click this, automatically it is imported from the component folder. Login with the control form. Sorry, without control form. So I have rendered here. So that rendered component is visible here. Login form. Okay. So next, I want to take a one form. Okay. Form. So there are two fields we are going to take it. So first is the label, username, and input type equals to text, name equals to username, value equals to, see, now till now it is a normal HTML. Now it is acting as a React user name. Why? I am using a flower bracket here. So then on change, handle username change, or else username handle. Okay, so this is the username. Same thing, username, and same thing for the password. So here I'm going to be change the password, and the type will be password, and password, password. So user, password, handle. So it is throwing an error. So if you don't want to see here, you can see line number 30, line number 30, and username is not defined. Yes, this username is not defined, and this password also not defined, and this is also not defined. So for defining, so what you have to do, I just need to go for here. So how to store the username? Yeah, but in the React.js we are not calling variable. What is that one? No, 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 no. So in the React.js we are telling as in a state constant bracket user name. Yeah, please mute Rakesh. So username, sorry, what is that one hook we are using? The use state. What is the use state? Sorry, what is a hook? A hook is a feature. It is introduced in the React.js 18. So it is maintaining a life cycle methods, and it is storing the like to maintain the state. So that state might contain the variable, booleans, object, arrays, JSON object, array object. So it can contain anything. So we have used in list item. So this is the array. But if you want to use a hooks, you are going to be use a use state hook. So user name, comma, set user name. So this is the method. Initially, I will set the empty. Control S. See, username, so one error is gone. So again it is telling that username handle is not defined, so that is also I will define. Okay, here it is that the password is not defined is there. I will define first password. Username is clear, then constant password, set password equals to use state. See, if I save means this 17th error will also go. See, there is a only two errors are there. Username handle and a user password handle. Okay, so now what I will do constant this function constant user handle equals to bracket open close brace. Now if I save means only one error will be left, user password. So that is also the constant user password handle open close brace control S. See, you have to define properly. Copy. So now all the errors are gone. If we just go to the browser, see this is how it is looking. And I need to define a one. If you want a space means how to do, you have to use a BR tag. Control S, Control S. Okay, so let it be. So this is the username and password is there. So I need to use a one button. So again, either you can go with a so two ways. Either you can use the input type or else you can use a button type submit also. Button submit. So here what happens? You need to mention the uh, a type here, whether it is for the submit or a normal button. If you mention the type submit, then you are going to be on submit. You are going to be called. Okay, so for that input type is a submit. Once is submit, it is calling a on submit inbuilt method this one. So handle login form. So here I will defining a constant handle login form. So we will understand. We already discussed in the last session, but anyhow we are going to be discussed one more time along with the controller and counter. See, if you see here, my code is something like this. I will just right click, format a document means it is going to be format properly. See how it looks now. Save it. So now we are going to see here. So this is the username and password is there. Then how to do this one? How to work on this? Yes. Why we need a value in the sense? Whatever the data it is there in the username in the use state hook, so that will be passed here. So this is the username value is there, no? This value name username is where it is coming from. It is coming from here. If you pass the something called a Virat, so this username now contains the value as a Virat. So same thing it is displaying in the browser. See here Virat is displaying, right? So same thing if you want to define a password, something 1234 like that. So now the password is containing a value of a 1234. So that is, it is going to be displayed as a password star, sorry, dot. Why? Because so I have used a input type is password. The value 1234, it is a printed with a what we can say dot. So now we cannot give the hard code value. I might type a Virat, I might tell the Rohit, I might type anything. Okay, so I don't want to give the static database. So for that, I am giving a empty variable. Whatever the name you want, you can add it. So, so that's why that the text box will be empty. Then what is this one on change? See, every time. Okay, why we need a on change? So whatever I want to type something Virat Kohli, yeah, what happened? This username, okay, any error, reload it. So label incorrect form element. Where in the label, I think form HTML label form. Okay, so I will just remove what if any mistake here. So BR is there, label is there, okay, input type password and everything it is there, everything looks great. Let remove, I think the label, any mistake, anything, I think so, no. Okay, so let's check what is the mistake. Form handle submit. Okay, okay. On submit handle form is there. So on change. So is it changing anything on change? Username. I will just copy for a while because let's see what is this minor mistake we have done. And Control C. Okay, so here just we'll go through the code here. So this is the form is there, on submit is there, handle submit is there, a label. Yeah, so the silly mistake I have done. Okay, so I need to mention the label inside here. Okay, no issues. Okay, username input type equals to text and the value equals to username on change. So we are calling explicit function on change. So this is also we can do it. How to do it? I will just remove this one. How to do? Earlier I have used a on change. So something called a handle username change or something. but here we are going to be pass the arrow function e. So then we are calling the set username. So e dot target dot value. So what does it mean? Whenever I typed something, the on change, it is going to be trigger the event object. So that event object, it contains the a value. Okay, so that value it is going to be set here. So either you can do it. Okay, I will do it by on change handle username change and constant. So what is the method? So username change. Then you need to pass the event object here. CLZ control S. If you just see the handle username is not changed, copy. I will just remove this one. Okay. Control forward slash is commented. Login with the form is there. Control Shift I for the console. Reload it. I will just type. If you might observing what is happening here. Whenever type, so it is a displaying something. So what it is, whatever the word I am typing here, so it is going to be set here. Okay, so what is happening here? Console.log. If you want to see what I am typing, e dot target dot value. Save it. If I type VIRAT, so whatever the text I am typing, so it is a thing here. But I want to set to the username only. So how to set? Set username bracket e dot target dot value. Control S. If I type here VIRAT, okay, so this is the VIRAT. Virat is setting here. So how it is happening here? For this on change, I am calling a handle username change method and I am passing a event object who is given. So it is a browser, it is going to be given. So then we are setting the username. Whatever I am typing a character by character, so that is setting to the username. So your username is a printing here. Okay, so on change the handle username change. Set username e dot target dot value. Control S. If I just go to here, so that's why it is telling the Virat Kohli. So then there is a one more method is, or what is this method? This is also same thing what it is doing. I will just comment it and I will comment this one or else I will remove this one. So this code snippet also it is doing the same thing. On change means, so whenever you type something v, so that is called a on change. So then it is passing a event object where in the arrow function e set username is what, so my use state hook method for the username and it is a setting a e dot target dot value. What is the e dot target value? When I type the something v, so the event object is raised, that is a event dot target dot value, it is containing a v, so that is it is going to be set to the username by the set username method. Got it? Again, I will tell. I have a one what is called a uh, text input. Okay, whenever uh, whenever I type the v, so it is calling a method. What is that method? Set user method. I will just copy this one. See, when I typed a v, so the on change event will be called, and it is passing through the event object. Set username is a method for setting the username, and e dot target dot value. So now the username is stored with the v. Next, I am typing a I. So then on change event will be called, and on change event it is passing a event object. So by that event object, I am setting the username. Where is that username? The username is here. So set username e dot target dot value. What is the next value? That is I. So now here it is a I is coming. Next, you typed a R. Then on change is called, and it is passing to the event object. From this event object, we are setting the username. Where we are setting? We are setting the username is here. So what is that value? Set username e dot target dot value, that is R. So here the R is sitting here. Again A, on change event is called, and it is passing a event object. So that event object is set to the set username variable. So now VIR is there, A will be sit here. So like that, it is calling a what you can say. This is called a arrow function. This function is called a arrow function. So we already seen in the JavaScript. So on change means what? If I type means that is a change, right? So that is a on change. So like that, so it is going to be set. Same thing we are going with the e dot target. So input type is a password, value is a password, on change equals to e equals to set password. What is the set password? Set password is a use state hook method for the setting the password. Set password e dot target dot value. Again, I will explain same thing with the again there is a text box is there, and I have a on change event functionality. Okay, so then set password is here, and password is my variable. It's an empty variable. So here it is a my password is there. The first one is what? I will type a one. Sorry, I will type a password is one, number one. Okay, so then what happens once you click on text box? The on change event is triggered, and it will pass the event object. Who is going to be event object? So it is browser only, it is giving up because you have typed inside the text box. When if you click here one, so on change event will be called. So it is passing a event object. So this event object is containing the value of a one. E dot target dot value means it is giving a one. So that one is going to be set to the here password. Now the password variable containing a value one. Again, if you type a 2, so on change event is called, happened, and event object is passed, and e dot target dot value, what is the value now? So 2. So where it is setting? Set password, it's going to be set to the password variable. Okay, so e dot target dot value, it is setting the password 2. So like that, it is going on. So third one is on change. So again 3. So it is calling the on change with the event object, and it is calling the set password method, and 3 is the value. E dot target dot value is 3, so that is setting to the password. So here it is a 1 2 3. So this is how it will happens. Got it? So username, password. So this is how it will work. Okay, so then we are calling a one more method called a submit. Once I click on this one submit or a login, so what will happen? So it has to be give the some. I will type here the Virat, and password is 1234, and I am clicking submit. So then it has to be print here. It is printing form submitted. Username is Virat, password is 1234. So how it is happening? So button type is submit. Once I click on login, so it is calling on submit. On submit is a default form attribute, and this is handle submission. Submit is the my form name. So then again it is passing a event object. So clicking is an event, right? So that event it is going to be passed event to console.log e username and password. It is going to be displayed. Okay, so I will just brief one more time. So I have a two fields. The first field is what? The first field is the username, and the second field is the password, and one button is there. For the username, the input type is a text. So till that is a HTML thing, HTML input attribute. When we use a value equals to username, so this username is I have defined in the use state hook. So username, set username. So username it is going to be store the value, and set username it is going to be set the value. So use state initially empty value. The password also same thing. Set password it is going to be set the password, and it is empty. So this is how it will work. So then on change means what happens whenever you type it in the text box. So on change event will be called, and a set username. What is a set username? This is the method, and what it is, where it is setting? It is setting to the username. The set username it is going to be set to the username, whatever the value I have typed in the text box. How I am getting? By the event dot target dot e means that e means event, event dot target dot value, so that is it is going to be set to the username. Same thing, set password e dot target dot value, it is going to be set to the password value. Okay, so this is how it will works, and will be printed. Okay, so this is the username and the password. Okay, so now uh, this is the one form, this is the normal form, and we are dealing with the one more form called a controlled form. This is the normal form. This is the controlled component. Sorry, controlled component. What does it mean? Okay. Here you see the this is also form is there, username is there, input type text, name equals to 0. Here the value equal to forum data dot username, and on change the change username. Okay. So handle change is there. The handle change what it is there? It is e dot target. So here is the name and value is there. So set form data, name pair value. Okay, first we'll write, and you will get to know. Same thing. I will go here. I will take a one more component. Login with the controlled component dot JSX. React functional component export. So this is we have created. Okay. So now I will take a label, username, input, type equals to text, and value equals to, yeah, here it is a something called a forum data, forum data, data username, and on change equal to handle change. Same thing we'll do for the password. Forum data dot password. So here is the handle changes coming. Then we are calling button login, type equals to submit. So here we are calling a, okay, here we are calling a, okay, constant bracket. So what is this one? Form data is there. Form data, set form data equals to use state bracket, and here we are passing the value. What is the value we are passing? The username and password we are passing here. So here what happened? Earlier what we are doing? So username, set username like this. Password, set username like that. So I am using the only one forum data, set form data. Two value I am passing. Username and password. So this is called a control component. So that's why forum data dot username is, so this is going to be print this one. Forum data password is, so this is going to be set this one. So for that I will just log in with the controlled form. Log in with the control component. Save it. If I just go to the browser, yeah, it is throwing an error. So why I will tell. Okay, so why? Because so we need to pass the, like this one handle change. So I need to call the constant. Yeah, here it is there. So I will just copy, Control C, Control V. So this is the handle change. So this is the set form data. We are going to call like this. So this is the, I will pass the one form with the controlled form with a controlled component. This is the form with a without control component. This is a form with a control component. Okay, so here what happens whenever on change it is called and it is taking the event object. So we know this one. So e dot target dot value. So then this is called a D structure. Your e dot target, it contains so many information, value, name, and everything. So I need to pass one more value that is called a name username. Sorry. See here. If I type it here, so it is going to be uh, setting like this. If I submit here, so it has to be show the output. For showing output, so they have defined here handle submit. I don't want to write all the stuffs. I will just copy paste here. So handle submit. So for the okay, I need to call the form. So I will just cut it. Control X. I will call within the form. Control V. All mistakes. Okay, so let it be on submit. So we will call like this also. See here. This is the data, username, password, it is 20. So here what happens? The control component and control component. So here we are specifying a username, password separately. But here what I have done, I have user form data and set form data. In that use state object, we have passed a JSON object. Okay, here also what I am doing, so input type text, name equals to username, value equals to forum data. What is the forum data? This is use state name. And forum data dot username is, so it is going to be give the forum data dot username. And the on changes, handle changes, it will call. Handle changes, what happens? So it is passing a event object, you know. So constant name and value, it is be destructured. Destructure means it is taken. What is the e dot target dot name? So e dot target dot name is a username. So that is a username is it here, and e dot target dot value is a your value whatever you have typed. So here the name is username, the value is what you are going to be typed. So that is again it is setting to the false form data. Where is the form data? Here it is there. Then spread operator means what? So if you typed a v, so that is added. If you type the I, so it is going to be add a V along with the Y. So this is called a spread operator. It means if you added a data, it will keep their old data and your new data as well. This is called a spread operator. So set form data, keep your value. So for that, both the handle change we have called and we are passing the form data dot value password. So this is called a control component and the uncontrolled component. Okay, so you just go through the example. Okay, so I will just show here. I will just show the difference. I will close this one to right click, format a document, control S, will split into a screen. See here. What is the difference here? So here I am using the two variables, but I am using the only one variable and passing the two values. And here I am calling a handle submit method, and here also calling a handle submit method. Okay, so then input type is text, username, value equals to forum data. What is the forum data? It is a use state object, and a password is the so and username is the property name of the forum data. So that is will be associated. On change means when you click on this button, the on change will be called, and constant name and value e dot target. So e dot target dot name is it is fetching the username, and it is stored into name. And e dot target dot value, it is fetched here. So this is called a destructuring. So e dot target is containing a 10 or 20 fields of a data. In that I want a only name and a value. Okay, so what is how we are getting a e dot target means, if you just see CLZ. Okay, we'll see in the next series because I have stopped this session. So constant name, constant name value, e dot target means it is going to be give the element attributes. So those attributes are name and value. So that is setting here. So I think so. If you this is if you understood like what is a control component and what uncontrolled component. So what I can say, it is easy to